and welcome to my channel. I am Miss May, and this is another current household. Normally, I do these intros showing the front of the house, but we're here. This is all we have. This is the Portillo household that I will be eventually moving into my Deery Meadows project. The link to that will be in the description. Basically, it's an empty world that I am building up and will eventually be populating. Right now, we are far from Deery Meadows. We are in a custom world that I believe is called the Undercity. So this is a look at it. It did not come populated. I had to do that with NROS. This household is consisting of only Edgar Portillo right here. He has a nice tan. We are doing sort of a runaway teen challenge. His story is that he is the eldest child of a single mother and was parentified to take over the responsibility of supporting his family and raising his younger siblings when he himself never even asked to be born. And so, if he's going to pull himself up by his bootstraps, then he will pull only himself up by his bootstraps. So, he ran away, and that is where we are now. Like I said, this is a bit of a runaway teen challenge, but I am bending the rules a little bit to fit my playstyle and the story more. The main goal for this is to get him a scholarship and send him off to university so he can get his business degree. Obviously, he can't do that if he doesn't graduate from high school. And one of the rules of the original teen challenge is you can't go to school. But I have a mod where he is enrolled in homeschool, and I haven't been playing for too long, so his grades aren't really great right now. He spends most of his time at the library to do his schoolwork and build his skills to survive. He is a workaholic, he's a smoozer, he's a snob, and he is ambitious. For his skills, he has 1 level charisma. He has 3 mixology. That is to help him get a business scholarship. And this is probably a mod because I highly doubt teens can do this in the base game. But he has also been earning some money by moonlighting at bars, so that has been helping him. But he has mostly been working on his inventing skill. He's level 4 at that. He has a little bit of programming skill. He's able to do these things at the library. He has a little bit of gardening because he has to grow his food, and handiness because I want him to eventually get appliances and upgrade them and sell them. That's always a good way to make money. So that is where we are right now. Poor Edgar, he is starving and he never sleeps well because he's always just sleeping in the tent, and I need to work on his fishing skill so that he can fish and eat that because there is a little grill right here, but he doesn't have that right now. He's been living off of vending machines, and even though the poor kid is homeless, he has bills. So let's go ahead and have him pay his bills. There are a bunch of little critters around here, and I don't really have him catching them and selling them because I feel like that doesn't really make sense. You don't really catch and sell wild animals. Something I think I eventually want to do is have him get a tree for birds, whatever it's called, and we'll get him a bird. But obviously, right now, he can't afford that. So right now, let's go ahead and send him off to the library. This is where he spends most of his time and he gets a lot of his stuff done. So I'm not following a lot, or not a lot, but at least some of the rules for the Runaway Teen Challenge. The one that I do follow is that he cannot use taxis. I have a mod that charges you when you use taxis anyway, and he can't afford that right now. So we're just going to have him run to the library. Oh, look, who's this? Oh, it's a raccoon. I thought it was a cat. Hi, raccoon. He does not have a lifetime wish at the moment, but I do want him to eventually be the CEO of a large corporation. Okay, so Edgar has just arrived at the library, and the first thing that I want him to do is come up here and try to get something out of the vending machine. So far, he's been having pretty good luck with smacking this and getting something free. So let's hope that it works out. Okay, so a glitch that I have been having, I populated this world using NRAS, and it used random genetics and sliders and stuff, and I have disability sliders, but when they're not all the way working, they do this. So, like, basically every single person we have passed, we have had to come into Create a Sim and had to fix. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Okay, that is much better. Now we're gonna have Edgar go slam that machine a few times. Okay, so I don't know if this is a problem with my game or it's a problem with the routing of the world, but Edgar likes to pretend that he can't use the stairs. So I'm just gonna teleport him up here and I'll figure the problem out later. Okay, so he's gonna shake, slam, see what he can get out of it and hope he doesn't die. I know, you're hungry. That worked. Good job. Oh, it's a soda. The candy is much better than the soda, but you know what? When you're homeless and starving, you're gonna kind of take what you can get. Oh, okay. What else? What'd you get? Okay, so we got a candy bar. You got a candy bar and a soda. Yeah, he's going ahead and eating that without me telling him to. Yeah, I know. You're starving. Oh, he did not like that. I swear, I feel like my Sims never like this one. The gooey nut log. Okay, so I'm actually going to have him... What was that? I'm going to have him... What is this? Mood too low. No. Okay, so his mood is too low. Talk about personal possessions. You don't own anything, my guy. Unless you're asking her about her personal possessions. Okay, so we need to do some things to improve his mood because he doesn't want to do his homework. Because I like to make things more difficult on myself, I do have a mod that makes negative moodlets worse, so they're all like at least -50. And so that really brings their mood down. Because I feel like in the base game, they'll have a negative moodlet and it doesn't really even do anything. Like, they don't care. Oh my god, look at all of this. I swear, I've been having to fix every single sim that has generated in this world. And it almost makes me want to take out the amputee sliders that I have. But I also don't want to because I like to have inclusion in my game. But I will be right back. I'm going to do some more fixing because this bothers me so much. Okay, we are back. I went ahead and I saved and reloaded the game after being in CAS all that time because I didn't want it to use up all the RAM for my game. So we are at the library and I'm going to wait for this to go away and then this and then so that will... Okay, he's going to join a group conversation. I don't really want him like hanging out with all of these adults. He does need to have more relationships in order to increase his charisma skill. I'd rather him do that with other teens, but it's 2 in the afternoon on a Tuesday. They're all at school. He's going to go ahead and do his homework while I look for the skill books. Okie dokie, so Edgar just finished up his homework, and those last 2 bad moodlets are about to expire, but we're gonna have him go up here and go to this computer, and we're gonna go... Let's see, where is it? Download homework, and then so that will turn in the homework assignment that he just completed, and then it'll have him go ahead and download the next one. And he wants to do more homework. We can absolutely do that. Alright, so Edgar Portillo has submitted his latest assignment and downloaded a new one. So that is the homeschooling mod. And he's gonna go throw up because that candy made him sick. I guess I don't have to show him throwing up. We don't have to follow him to the bathroom while he goes and does that. Did his schoolwork improve? Yeah, so he was a C student, now he is a B student. And I do think that I will go ahead and have him do his homework again. And then maybe we will spend the rest of the day just working on his inventing skill. He has a couple inventions here in his inventory, and eventually once he kind of like stocks up on more, I'm going to send him off to the consignment store and sell them, and so that's how he is going to earn his money. A little bit of a fun fact is when I was making him, I wanted his name to be Ted, because he was actually inspired by Tanaka from the Persona series, Tanaka's Greatest Commodities, and so I wanted his name to be Ted. And I was on Google looking at like what Ted is short for. And Google was saying like Theodore. I was like, I do not want him to be Theodore. And then there was like Edward and Edgar. And I was like, okay. I feel like if your name's Edward, you're going to go by Ed, right? With Edgar, you would probably also go by Ed. But just whatever. I just went ahead and I named him Edgar. And it has really made me realize how much I love the name Edgar. And I almost wish I had used it on a sim who's like kind of not a scumbag. And I'm almost thinking for his storyline to almost do a legacy challenge and have every single firstborn son be the heir and named Edgar. Alrighty, so then he just finished his second thing of homework, and I'm gonna go ahead and... Do I want him to go ahead and turn that in, or... Will that... Let's have him go ahead and just turn that in while we're already here. So go ahead and download homework. And I was checking the bookcases, and there is, in fact, not a skill book for fishing. I was wondering why he didn't have a fishing skill when that seems like kind of the first thing we would do. Because I do know on the first day when I first started playing him, the first thing I did was come to the library and have him really stack up on the skills that he's going to need. And having that that fishing skill to go ahead and cook fish on that grill will really help him with being so hungry all the time. He wants to visit the neighborhood pool. Why don't we? Why don't we? I was just going to have him go to the basement and work on his inventing skill, but that'd be so boring for this Let's Play. There's not really too much we do with him other than working on his skills and trying to get money. Let's do something fun. Let's go ahead and go to the pool. Go here, and we're gonna have him run here. Oh wait, actually, before you leave the library, check the board for opportunities. So this is part of a rule for the Runaway Teen Challenge, is where they can't use their cell phone. I also have him not using his cell phone, but I have a mod where you can like purchase cell phones and purchase plans. And so he's not going to be able to get a cell phone until he can afford one. And I also have, so he can't get opportunities from the phone. But I have this mod where they can go to this board and look for opportunities, almost like checking a job board. Upgrade the steer and bring it back to someone to earn some money. Okay, we can absolutely do that. But now let's go ahead and send him to the pool. I don't know what he wants to do at the pool, but we will send him to the pool. And you're gonna run. Girl, you cannot afford to pay for the taxi. I told you not to take the taxi. I told you to run. Well, that's your own fucking problem. Here's another vending machine. Go shake and slam it a few times. All right, well, he didn't get anything out of that. Oh, he broke it, though. I didn't know that you could do that. Repair it. Not for any ethical reasons, but because it'll help his handiness skill. Oh my god, I've never seen this happen before. That is so funny. I almost kind of wonder what would happen if we don't repair it. Would it just, like, stay broken? Good job. What did he get 36 simoleons from? Was it from fixing it? Did he get paid by the city or something? Well, he's just gonna shake and slam it again. Pay us in some free candy. We're starving. We're about to be starving. What if we just went around breaking the vending machines and then just repairing them for free food and some money from the city? Hey, look, he got something. Please be candy and not a soda. Okay. I feel like this nougat one also makes my sim sick a lot. Are there showers here at the pool? Can you take a shower while we're here? There are not. I have a sponge bath in the shower. Or, not the shower, in the bath. Ooh, is that a teen? It is. She's a little funky because it looks like she has some bad CC on, but let's have Edgar talk to her real quick. Do a charming introduction. Oh, I also have to fix her. I will fix her glitching foot, and I will also fix her bikini while I'm at it. Oh, girl. Okay, so we are back here again, and a couple days between recordings because after my game crashed, I did not want to look at it. We lost the stuff where he went to the pool, and we are back at the library. So I'm gonna go ahead and have him finish his homework like he did before, and then just skip ahead to whatever it is that he wants to do. If he doesn't get the want to go to the pool, I don't think I will send him back because we will have him do opportunities for some money. But we'll just see what happens. I will skip until something happens. How about that? I had Edgar go back to that opportunity board, and we did get a different opportunity this time. This time, objective, build 6 crafted toys and deliver them to the school for a mood boost, an eventing skill boost, and relationship boost with Sims at the school. We're definitely gonna do this one. It's not gonna give us money, which we desperately need, but he does need to gain some like teenage and child friends for his charisma skill because I don't want him to be friends with adults. That's just kind of weird. Since he doesn't go to school, this could be a good way to get him to meet some teens. So we are going to accept that. And then while he's at the library, I'm going to have him do his homework. And then there's also an inventing table here. So I'm just going to skip until he finishes his homework. Edgar has finished his homework and he finished throwing up. He got rid of all of those bad moodlets. Yay. And now we're going to send him down to the basement where there is an inventing table. And so we are going to make many toys. And he only knows how to make the dog toy right now, but that is fine. And we already have one in our inventory, so he just needs to make 5 more. And then we can go and complete that opportunity. Yes, because this is exactly how you make toys. Okie dokie, so Edgar has finished making all of his toy dogs, but it seems like we can't do the opportunity yet. We might have to wait until school hours. Yes, drink your soda because you are hungry. I'm gonna have him use the toilet, and then we might go ahead and send him back to the pool because I think swimming might improve his hygiene. When can it say that we can turn this in? Deliver toys. Oh my god, come back between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. on any day. It's 8:16 p.m. If he had finished just a little bit sooner. Okay, whatever. Hey Edgar? Hey Edgar, where'd you go? Where'd you go, buddy? Well, at least this is gonna censor him while he's using the toilet, I guess. Oh, it still censors him anyway. You are gonna go here, and you are going to run this time, right? You're not gonna take a taxi that you can't afford? Let's see, are you a teen? This guy looks like a teen. We can have Edgar come here and talk to you. Oh yeah, this guy's definitely a teen. He kind of even looks like Edgar. Hey, look, he's actually running instead of taking a taxi he can't afford. Good job. He's learning how to poverty. Where did everyone go? Did they just leave? I had Edgar go ahead and give himself a sponge bath in the bathroom because he was dirty. And so now we're going to go ahead and talk to this kid and see if we can become friends before it gets too late. And then I also want him to dig through this trash bin so that he can get some more scraps for his inventing. And then he does want to improve his inventing skill, which we'll definitely do. Ooh, he should probably go ahead and do this now so then we can get this wish fulfilled and then lock this one in. Because I do definitely want to get him more, like, lifetime happiness rewards that will really help him out. Especially the ones that make you sell things for a higher price at the consignment store. And a fast learner so that he can improve his skills more. What is this? Hi, dog. I don't think you're doing what you think that you're doing. And he increased his charisma skill to level 2. Actually, okay, go ahead and dig through this, and then if he is still here by the time that we're done, then we will talk to him. Oh, and it's hailing. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna come right here for the thumbnail. I could also do a thumbnail of him just, like, running. The Runaway Teen Challenge. What are you wearing? Oh, I guess that's just, like, your everyday clothes. Okay, well, he's leaving. I was gonna say, well, at least now he's in our relationship panel, so we could always call him, but Edgar doesn't have a phone yet. So maybe we probably should have prioritized becoming friends with him rather than digging through this junk pile, but junk is really valuable. Look, he found a pipe. He's also just digging through nothing. There it goes. Edgar has collected all of the scrap in this pile. That's 21 units of scrap. Awesome. I'm actually going to have him head back to the library because he wants to create one more toy. And I also want him to go ahead and do that because then what we don't give to the school, we will have him consign. Here's our Runaway Teen Challenge. And another screenshot, potentially for the thumbnail. I guess we will find out which one I use. If you're watching this, you've probably already seen it because you had to click on the video. Edgar's curfew is in 1 hour. If he is out past curfew, he may get caught by the police. Where are you gonna bring him? Okie dokie, so he has finished that last toy to go ahead and... What was with that smirk? Did you see that? He finished that toy to go ahead and lock in that lifetime wish, and now I guess he wants to do his homework, okay. He's not very hungry, and he's not very tired, so I guess we will just keep him out. We gotta notice that his curfew is almost up, but, like, where's it gonna go? Like, even this home icon here, it's kind of insulting, don't you think? Who has a baby here at 12:30 in the morning? Look at him, he's learning! The meme where the baby's on fire and the mom is just on the computer. Probably should have had him go after the vending machine while we were still at the pool and see if we could break it again, but oh well. No, you're not gonna go home. Let's have you go back up here and see if you can break the vending machine. Or at the very least, just get some things out of it for when you are eventually inevitably hungry. Good job! I just noticed that the reason why he's sore all the time is from doing this to the vending machine. I almost thought he was always sore because of the tent that he sleeps in. And I'm sure that doesn't help either, but it is a pretty cool detail to get sore after, you know, slamming into a metal machine. He's really not tired yet, so I probably should have him go down into the basement and still work on his inventing skill. I am just having him invent indefinitely because his skill has raised to 5, I think. So he should hopefully be able to make better and more expensive things that we can then hopefully sell. Because he can't make too much right now. I honestly thought that my inventing skill might have been broken because for the longest time, he was just inventing and not discovering how to make anything. But he can make a few things now, so maybe he's just a slow learner. Or maybe inventing new things is actually kind of hard. Who would have thunk that? Edgar has discovered how to make a new invention, the improved localized static tester. Cool. Build 5 widgets. You will eventually. Okay, so now he is getting hungry, so we will have him eat one of those chocolate bars, and then I think we will send him home so we can go sleep in it. So we have this that he just invented. We're going to have 2 spare toys, and then we have the Smasher. All of those we can sell. Good job. Eating it with the wrapper on and all. We are going to send him home, and he is going to run. And it looks like somebody was digging into our trash. Ooh, and then he also has more junk that he can dig through on his lot, so that's nice. Look at this little guy. Look at this little guy. I was going to have Edgar dig in the trash before bed, but it looks like he just wants to go right to bed into his little tent, so I'll just let him. Alright, so it is the next morning, and Edgar is up now. There are a few more things that I want to do before we get this part all wrapped up. First of all, he is hungry, so let's go ahead and have him drink that soda. Trash soda. Okay, and I know that he lives outside, but he wants to pick up this trash. It's ruining his mood, and he is dirty, but we're gonna have him bathe later because he's about to do gross things. Like, he's gonna pick up the trash, and we're gonna have him garden, and then he needs to dig through some more trash. And then so go ahead and tend your garden. Let's see, what does he even have growing? I don't remember. This is the vanilla plant, bamboo plant, cabbage plant, and arugula plant. So I don't even think most of this is gonna help him. I think that this is just the stuff that he got when he learned his gardening skill. Because, you know, you earn the skill and then a bunch of random seeds will be in your inventory. Cabbage will definitely help. I feel like he could live off of cabbage. He is inspired by a Persona character anyway. I want him to dig into these junk piles. And then it seems like there's another one over here. That will really help with his inventing, but I think it's more important that we go and we deliver these toys before the opportunity times out. Okay, you are going to go here, and you are going to run, because you cannot afford a taxi. and deliver toys. The administrator at the school was ecstatic when the toys were delivered and quickly announced Edgar's charitable donation to the entire school. Edgar made a lot of kids happy and is feeling pretty good about it. I think he's kind of a sociopath, so I don't think he's feeling pretty good about it. But he has earned a charitable moodlet, increased defensive skill, increased relationship with the school. Feels great to help others, especially when they are in need. Edgar, I think you're the one who's actually in need. All right, so I am going to end this part here. I know with my current household, I normally only play a day, and it's been a little bit over that by now, but I just wanted to finish what it was that we got started. There's not really too much to really show in this household since it really is just him working on his skills and gaining money. So it'll be exciting to see where he is in the next one, and I hope to see you there. Signed, Miss May. Thank you for making it this far into the video. If you like what I do, the best way to support me is to check out my author's website. The link is in the description.